Autumn here from Autumn's GPW Journey, and today Terry's going to be here to help teach me how to do an oil change, and then we're also going to lube the vehicle. Might be a separate video, but we're going to talk about all the fun things that involve that. Now, as far as the lubing goes, I've always wanted to learn how to do that, and Terry explained to me why we lube and why we don't lube anymore.
Yes, the miracles of modern technology and self-lubricating components.
Makes it much easier than trying to lube them by your hand because it is very labor intensive, as we're going to learn about here in the next video. So thank you for liking and subscribing to my page and watching my videos. I appreciate it. I hope you like the oil change video and the other videos that are coming up. So we're going to first start with an oil change, which is simple, and we're going to drain the oil out of it. So let's do that with me. And I have to put this big guy under the Jeep. I'm going to guess under the middle of him.
It's not really, there, it's loose. Now you can,
I think I slipped. I don't think it's loose.
no, it moved.
It
I saw it.
Oh, okay. Dumbass, I'm tightening it. Ooh, there we go.
If you unscrew the whole thing.
Oh, thank you. I remember doing this part.
Yep, put the syringe in and pull up on it until it's full. And then dump in the drain pan. This is something that you're not going to have to do every time, but in this case, God only knows how long that oil has been in there. So, yeah.
Ooh, I think we're at the bottom.
Oh yeah. And that there's sludge down there, although not gobs of it.
Alright, so we're going to take a look here at the old filter. Look at the top and the bottom. And here's the new filter. As you can see, there's a little bit of a difference. We have been having an oil pressure problem with the GPW here, and that's one of the reasons why we're changing the oil and making sure that there isn't any issues. And one of the issues seems to be the oil filter was not the correct one. So hopefully with it changing, it's going to stop that issue, and it's going to run a little bit better is what we're hoping for. So he did notice it was a little bit harder to put on. I put this on next before we put those here.
No, we're in the center where the where that rod goes.
Oh, here?
Yes.
Just like that?
Mm-hmm. And the same thing at the top. Okay, that's good. And now the voice of experience says to move the can of oil before you do anything else. And now go ahead and put that back in there. Remember, it's tight, so you're probably going to have to...
Can you help me, please? I'm scared of damaging it.
Okay. You'll let me crush the filter. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Wow, okay. Okay, so you do
And
have
there you
to
go.
twist it on instead of slipping it. So the gasket goes on top?
The gasket goes in the cap.
Oh, am I
And
taking
if
this
you
one
look,
off?
that cap, that you may have to press down on.
Yeah. Next, sir.
You'll need to tighten that down. Is the cap secure yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Adding some oil back to the engine, but before we do, Terry has advised here that we're going to put in some Lucas heavy oil stabilizer and some STP oil treatment. And the reason that we're doing this, Terry?
Well, the older engines were designed to use something called zinc to help lubricate everything internally. Modern engine oils don't have that for one reason or another, primarily environmental concerns. So what we're going to do to extend the life of your engine is we're going to put some Lucas in there, which will help keep everything from wearing. It's very similar to lead substitute that people use in fuel. We're going to want to take the dog hair out of there because the engine really doesn't like that. But anyway, people would use lead substitute because back in the good old days they used tetraethyl lead additive in the gasoline to lubricate the valve seats. They removed that in unleaded gas because the lead would coat the inner workings of the new catalytic converters back in the 70s. And they had to come up with something called a hardened valve seat so that it would not destroy the valve seats as you were operating it from lack of lubrication.
Now
And
I've got
since
the oil treatment.
since we are in Florida, and it tends to get warm in Florida, and they only seem to offer 30 weight oil locally, and this is an 80-year-old engine, we're going to add a pint of STP into the mix to help thicken the oil so that when you're idling along in the parade, the oil doesn't thin out so much that it damages the engine.
We're going to start with the first quart of oil. Thank you, sir.
As this disembodied hand just starts giving you oil.
And we're on number 2.
And for people who just saw that thing gurgle and glug like it was,
What did I do wrong?
You didn't do anything wrong.
Okay.
But modern oil bottles, the oil companies actually spent millions of dollars to develop these. And one reason that the top of it is on one end of the bottle is you do this and it doesn't gurgle.
Well, that was much easier. Brady, do you want me to check it? Do the 4?
Yeah, go ahead and check it real quickly.
Well, just remember that after you start the engine, you're going to have probably the better part of a quart of oil up in here. So if it reads over full, that's normal.
Full's here, and it looks like it's here. Is that what I'm saying correctly, or should I dip it again?
Now, if that's where it says it is, then that's where it is. Okay, so it says it's full. Now for the fun part, where you go over and start the Jeep and let it idle for a try it now.
When he starts. And it looks like it's just a little below the full line. Thanks for watching my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks.